Irma
Aunty Irma.
And Gail will actually introduce Aunty Irma in a few minutes.
Yes.
My name is Hisaoka Kaulukukui, and we're all part of this group called the Kohala Culture and History Advisory Group. That's a mouthful, but we call ourselves KCHAG. And so a little bit about our group. We formed in August of 2023 as part of a goal set by the Kohala Community Development Plan. Our mission is to protect, preserve, and perpetuate the historic and cultural resources of North Kohala for now and for future generations. We support local culture and history groups, help share events and programs, and offer guidance on development and government issues related to cultural practices, natural resources, Unupua'a land use, and sensitive cultural sites. We're here to help connect and communicate across our communities. And a big mahalo to Kamehameha Schools, Kaia'ulu. Their sponsorship has helped make today's session and much of our work possible. At the end of our Talk Story session today, we actually have songbooks and bumper stickers. And if you complete a simple 3-question survey, then you can receive a songbook and a bumper sticker. I want to give kudos to my husband right here, Kanani
Yes,
Kaulukukui.
Kanani.
He's not only the artist right next door,
Yes.
but he also built the set. For
Yes, okay. Aloha kako, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Gail Ku'ule Perez. I'm just the interviewer, nobody interesting. But I want to... Oh no, I really am doing something wrong. Okay, can you hear me now? Is my mic on? Oh yeah, I think I'd rather do that. Somebody help me pull it out.
Up.
It doesn't want to come out. Oh, we need a strong woman. Thank you, Amu. Aloha, is this better?
Yes.
Oh, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us. And I want to introduce to you my friend, my good friend, who's I'm going to be interviewing today. What an awesome task. But her name is, and I hope I don't slaughter her last name. Her name is Irma DiCenzo. Am I correct? Okay, very good. I'll let her tell you why it's DiCenzo. But yes, I'm very happy to have her here. I found her very interesting. You know, she's a Kupuna. She lives here in Kohala. But she was not born here like I. I was not born here, but I've been here. You know, our ancestors are from here. That's why I think we got called back here. But I've been here since the 70s. And I was so blessed to meet Irma and saw so much connections because she's a music teacher. She teaches ukulele. And she also sang with a lot of different groups. So I want to, you know, talk to her about that and see what she can share with you about all of that. But first of all, Irma, you can tell us where you were born?
I'm originally from Oahu. I was born in Oahu and raised in Waimanalo. My family name is Kahikina. My mother Ka'i and my father Malaki Kahikina. I'm one of 10 siblings. I'm the youngest girl. 8 brothers and one sister.
Oh, nice. Waimanalo girl. Wow. But the last place I lived was Kalihi, but I had family in Waimanalo and other places too. So I'm sure we passed each other along the way, but never knew. Okay, but we're here today. So Irma, your father and your mother, can you tell us a little about your father and your mother?
My mother is a teacher and also homemaker. My father is a musician and also crane operator at Pearl Harbor. My father and Gabby Paningui were very close friends. So when I was a young girl, I would go to my father to Uncle Daddy's house, and that's how I learned to play the ukulele, because first thing my father taught me was rhythm. And I had to carry a broom, because that was, back in the day, you know, we couldn't afford ukuleles, right? So it was basically learning on a broom. And then eventually I got promoted to one of those plastic ukuleles.
Mhm.
So Uncle Gabby would say, "Oh, look, honey girl, you're plastic now. She want a broom." But Uncle Gabby was so cool with me.
Nice, nice. Yeah, she told me about that. She learned with the broom, and that's like with children, they don't care. And then we're the adults, and you know, as Kamehameha, I used to work for Kamehameha School. They taught us that the parents are the first teachers of their children. So you know, she was learning from her father, who they wanted her to get into music. She wanted to get into hula, but no, they wanted her for music. They said your sister will be hula, you'll be music. So she sat with them. What was it like being with them?
With my parent, my mother, it was fun. You know, of course, everything was you listen, watch, don't speak, follow.
Yeah.
That's the protocol when they were big teachers. The same thing with my sister. My sister learned hula from my Aunty Kohala, who's my mother's cousin. So she wanted me to take hula, and my mom told her, no, this girl is a singer. So I would play ukulele, and my sister would dance.
Nice. So I see here that it says that music was your passion.
Oh, it still is. And that's and I graduated from Kamehameha School, and I was in the concert for 3 years. So I did a lot of things at Kamehameha School. Learned about harmony at Kamehameha School.
So over here it says by age 6, then you had a real ukulele.
Yeah, a real plastic ukulele.
So when did you graduate and get onto playing the real stuff?
The real stuff. When I was in high school.
Yeah. What was that like?
My mother got me a kamaka.
Wow, wow. Grandparents, oh wow. That's nice. So when did you start playing? I know you told me you sang and played with other musicians.
Oh yeah. I came here on the Big Island in 1998. And from Honolulu I went to Maui, from Maui I came here multiple travels. And it was through being here that I was able to really connect with my Hawaiian ancestors. And I really got involved in learning a lot more Hawaiian songs. I already knew Hawaiian songs on Oahu, but I got to learn more here. And then I wasn't sure if I could teach, because they say entertainers have a hard time teaching, because we all, you know, when we entertain, we're out there with the public. So to teach is not easy. So I took on a challenge to teach. And I performed it, I'm not sure if you know Iokia Bright, who's a classmate of mine, and Nathan Sugunuma, who's also a classmate of mine, and so we performed with Kumu Andrea, who you'll meet later on, for her halau, and we performed for her halau competition at Keoho. That was a great experience. And also my girlfriend Lonnie Isaacs, she's a kumuhula in Waimea, and I performed with her at the Queen Shops.
Wow.
And I was her musician, and for halau, Alohi Polynesian Academy.
Wow.
So we performed every Friday at the Queen Shops, and we also put on a performance, a show at the Kahilo Theater. And it was called Huaka'i, the Journey, Polynesian Journey. And it was well received by everyone.
Nice.
It was awesome. It was about Mele, so it was an awesome performance.
Nice. So I see that when you were attending Kamehameha schools, you attended Kamehameha School's Kapalama campus.
Yes, I was a day student. So I kissed the bus from Mamanao or Castle Junction.
What did you do at that time?
Well, we used to, because Plymouth schools had boarders, we had students from outer islands who they board, and then we had day students that catch the bus and then drive us up to Kohala. So I was there from 9th grade to 12th grade, and from 10th grade to 12th grade, I was in the concert club.
Wow. So what did you do after that? You also worked at the Hawaiian Telephone Company, yeah? Who didn't work there at our age?
Company, yes. I retired from there too.
Nice, Irma. Okay. So it says here that you moved to Maui in 1974.
Yes, that's where I met Mr. DiCenzo.
That's an Italian name, right?
Yes, and he also worked for the phone company.
They're everywhere.
Well, he's, Italian Japanese, what can I say?
Yeah.
So, anyway, our two daughters, they raised our two daughters on Maui. And then after we divorced, we were still friends, but the two daughters were close to him. So they had a connection with him and the grandchildren. So I said, okay, everybody's fine, the family's fine. So I can move on. So that's why I came here in 1995.
Nice, Irma. So what have you been doing since you've been here?
Besides having kanikapilas with my former students from Kohala and South Kona, I'm actually writing children's books. So right now I'm working with my first book, hopefully to get it published by next year. And it's a series. And basically the book is about my grandchildren visiting me here on the Big Island, because they're not familiar with the Big Island. They don't really know about Maui. So I take them throughout all the places on the Big Island. And that's what this book is about. Introducing them to their culture.
Yeah.
Especially first time you see the volcano, it's really something else. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Getting my books going.
And it's Hawaiian books, yeah?
Yes.
In Hawaiian language.
Yeah. And basically the theme throughout the books are malama. Because our children really need to learn about taking care, not only of others, but of themselves and everything around them, and it's like, they really need to have that alaba'a really inside. And it comes from us kupunas, and especially my daughters. Thank goodness my daughters have that in them too.
Yes.
So they learn that. So it continues. That's what we want, generations. So I have two great-grandchildren now. So hopefully they too will continue. And that's what I really want. I want my ohana to continue.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to her books when it starts to coming out. So you were in Maui before you came here, and then you're working on your books. That's when I was kind of met her and found out about her. We were taking Hawaiian classes, language classes together, yeah. And then I heard she was playing ukulele, teaching ukulele. So I said, I know how to play, but I just like play with somebody. So she started to, teach us too. So can you tell us about your classes that for those you have taught with?
I teach through songs, especially for children, because for children you retain better with songs. And adults too. Of course, with adults we have this thing, I can't sing. I said, well, if you can't sing, you can hum. Humming is fine. But the main thing that I teach through playing music is it comes from your heart. You really want to play something. And like with the children too, everything was this street shimabukuro and all this whiteness. And I try to teach the children when I'm with them. I teach them the Hawaiian values of lokahi, which is together. And I call it shine the light. We have no shine the lights here. We all work together. And that's how the children were able to learn about working together. And I took them also to they had the competition, the ukulele festival at Waikoloa, and I met Ray Sukuma, and he thanked me very much for my children, my students, because he said, they should be together, and that's what we want. We want the children to play together, not look at me.
Competing, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, Irma. So, are you teaching right now?
At this moment, I am teaching your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter is gonna. I'm not advertising, okay. My daughter is gonna open her lunch wagon, and then she wants to learn more Hawaiian music, so she gets together with Irma. And Irma, you also teach other adults, yeah?
Yeah, I have Unupua'a show at group. They were my students, and so we get together once a month to do kind of kapila.
And sometimes you Zoom.
Basically, I teach. Right now, I'm teaching mostly Hawaiian stuff. I mean, when I was teaching down south, I was teaching all different genres. And of course, down south, they like the oldies but goodies, which were okay, was okay. But it was just the interest of getting ukuleles. And in fact, the ukulele store in the south, he was so happy with me because all my students, I was sending to him. So he was getting little bucks for my students buying ukuleles from him.
Nice.
That he gifted me a core. He gifted me a tenor core ukulele for all the support I've given him for his business, for my students. So, goes.
Right, nice, Irma. So I see here that there's something about a Kupuna festival. You mentioned about the Kupuna festival competition.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really interesting because the halal that my classmate Yaopia, Lucas Ukunuma, and myself, and Andrea, which is the Kohala, she asked me if I could be the musician for the competition. The thing is that they live in Oregon. And yeah, we were here. So I was like trying to coordinate the music. And it was a challenge, but we did it, and we only had one practice, and that was at Kahilo Theater. And we had only that one practice to go through the whole program.
Wow.
But when we got to the competition, congratulations. Her halal won the men's division, Kani division,
Wow.
the Kani group, the Kani Wahine group, and the overall. And it was amazing because, especially for us musicians, me, Iokia, and Nathan, we're really, you gotta really be a professional when you play for these competitions, yeah? And we were so proud that we did a good job for Andrea and her halal, and we were so happy for her.
Beautiful. Well, I see here that you moved to Kohala, and while you were in here in 2017 and 2020, you still are residing at the senior housing.
Yes, I'm at the senior housing here in Kohala.
And you said you joined the senior club.
I went to, the senior group that they have. In 2017, when I first came here, I was involved with them, but I haven't reconnected with them since I've been back.
And there's a ukulele senior festival in Hilo.
Yeah, we did that ukulele festival in Hilo. That was the first experience for me.
Oh, nice. You've been all over.
That was fun.
I know. My daughter started to practice with her and said, "Wow, Mom, she can sing." I said, "Yeah, I know." So, I felt so important at that moment. But, I thank her for doing that for us. And so now I want to ask you, what do you like about Kohala?
I love Kohala. The air, fresh air, the people, the land. And I found out that my great-grandmother, my mother's grandma, the Tia'unui, are from here. And my great-grandma's name was Poli'i Tia'unui. And she was the youngest of 13. And so they had property up here. So my mother always talked about having family here in Kohala. And when I came out here, I just fell in love with it.
Nice.
And I'm so happy I'm here. And thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, Irma. I'm like Irma. My grandmother was born here, but moved to Oahu and had children there, and I end up right back where the roots started. Okay, so I said every time I meet someone like Irma, I say, well, your roots called you back here, so you're in a good place. How many of you feel like you're in a good place in Kohala? Yes, yes. How are we on time? Okay. So, Irma,
Yes, great.
when are we going to have Hawaiian classes again?
I don't know.
Yeah. We're looking for teachers to continue.
In fact, the young man that taught us when we first went to Mele, we found out through the story that we related.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The Kaulukukui side.
yeah.
It was like, what? Yeah.
I know. Well, if you're Hawaiian, you're gonna be related to somebody, everybody here. Especially if you're born and raised in Kohala, you're gonna be related. Okay. So my husband and I, we do genealogy for over 30 years, and when people ask us, and I said, "Did you marry a Hawaiian?" Yes. I said, "Well, you married your cousin. You know that, right?" As long as they're from Kohala, you marry. But you know what? Before they did it on purpose, today we don't know, right? We can't tell by looks anymore. Everybody's all mixed, yeah. Because Irma, what's your nationality?
I'm Hawaiian Irish.
Hawaiian Irish. See, and I have a Hawaiian, Welsh, American Indian, and when I did my DNA, I had so much more. I'm like, whoa! My ancestors all the way from Peru came. They came over here. Wow. Okay, so now I love everybody. See, and I don't judge anybody by their looks because they could be my cousin. So I just Irma's gonna bless us with a song, and her lovely friend is gonna dance for you. Isn't that special? So, and I hope we're doing good in time. Okay, good. Welcome. What's your friend's name? Welcome, Andrea. She's gonna do a dance for us. Tell what the name of the dance.
The name of the song is called Lifetime. And congratulations to Kuma Andrea because it's her own rendition. We hope you enjoy it.
You have another.
Yeah,
Hanaho. Hanaho. Hanaho.
I think my one. We're gonna do hila, eh? Kumakakai kinaya hila, kapapalo himaya omakere.
Yes.
Kumakakai kinaya hila, kapapalo himaya omakere. Akele maya ikanui man, abala me poni bai hiyo. Akele maya ikanui man, abala me poni bai hiyo. Aole o bao elwa ama, ai uni bai no ke kuwahibi. Aole o bao elwa ama, ai uni bai no ke kuwahibi. He hiba hiba na kamaku, ai leia na ke kupuna. He hiba hiba na kamaku, ai leia na ke kupuna. No puna ke ali hali ama, oi ka bahilea oi ilave. No puna ke ali hali ama, oi ka bahilea oi ilave. Haina ia mai ana ka kuai, makakahi genaya hi ilave. Haina ia mai ana ka kuai, makakahi genaya hi ilave. Ilave, ilave,
Oh, awesome. Beautiful. I want to say that she took hula from Lancaster. That's where she learned a lot of her hula from. So, what a good memory. I remember Aunty, beautiful kumu, but beautiful, Andrew, very beautiful. Thank you for that. And Irma, are you ready for dance? Nah, I'm kidding. Well, anybody have any questions for Auntie Irma? Baby? What's the most important thing you would tell the keikis of Kohala for the future?
to really be ha'a. Ha'a is so important, humble, and appreciative. Really appreciation, you know, because without what you have, you gotta be solid in yourself. So a lot of values is so important.
Yes.
And I want the parents to really show through their own actions, because parents are the first teacher.
Right.
That's it. You know, but ha'a.
Humble.
Humble.
Right. I also like to say that, for the children, that I, in my journey, cherish the kupuna. In my young age, I rather be with a kupuna than with my own age kids, and because you learn a whole lot of stories, they make you laugh, and they are so humble, and they just have a lot to share. And for me, raising my grandchildren, I really was active in that. I tell them, I'm grandmother, so I'm like your mother. Okay, so you can. I'm above your mother, actually. See, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I tell them that, and people ask me, and this is what I found out, that many children who were raised by their grandparents, they really are different. They're different. They just learn something more valuable, and I agree, because I learned a lot from my elders, right? And so that is very important. Make sure you take them go see grandma and grandpa, okay? And spend time with them. Tell them Auntie Gail said, okay? So thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you, Andrew, again. That was so beautiful. And Irma, now they can say, we know who Irma is. Okay, so Irma's here in Kohala. She's with us here in Kohala, and we welcome her, and we welcome everyone, yeah? But thank you very much, everyone. Any more questions? Okay, great. Thank you.